What's going on, gentlemen? Can you hear me all right?
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the San Antonio Express. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the San Antonio Express. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
On 2nd and a yard, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. A gain of 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Charles Davis, I don't know how you do it. A great call by you predicting the screen, and a great call by them. They go right to it, first down.
Yeah, elementary, my dear Brandon. They saw the same thing that I did, and they didn't have to file to wait for very long, did they?
Not at all. Right to it.
Wait, 20. 56. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, Alabama.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Wait, that's wide, 80. 6, right there, 56. Let's put him on the buses. That's 380 head.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, he gets this one to Boyd. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. And we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother, who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Here's Brady. This caught by David Greenidge, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. And they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
56 is the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try.
What's going on, CJ? Can you hear me?
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there. Kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better than they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head.
That's a major win for OKC. It looked like San Antonio was just going to score easily. No, actually I don't. I'm using an old one. I need to get a new one. A nice headset.
It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. After seeing what he did last week,
Dak, let's go. Yeah, I'm a little biased in this game, ladies and gentlemen. OKC is my team. And we're down 3-0. Yay.
I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite. I'll take it.
All right, Melvin.
This is Melvin Gordon. And from the 25,
let's see what's going on here, CJ. The San Antonio Express are wearing white, and they're the home team. They're pulling the Washington-Dallas scenario where they wear their away jerseys when they're home. That's what the Express asked if they could do here in the DFL. I'm absolutely cool with it. So the Express wears white when they're home. Beautiful. First down.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There we go. That's why OKC is 5-0. In case you didn't see the game yesterday, CJ, Ed's team took a loss. He is now off the ranks of the unbeaten. It's now down to Orlando and OKC were the last of the unbeatens.
Now Gordon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep, this is the first game today. I'm going to try and do at least 2.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
On second down now, it's Gordon.
Damn.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way.
Columbus Aviators.
To me, that's the magic number.
Ed went into the game 5-0, and Columbus went in 1-4. So he lost to a team he probably should have beat. But that's why we play the games. He beat them the first time they played. So they split the series 1-1.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field can get intense. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Hit Gordon.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come on, Dak. No, you got to catch that, Evans.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end.
Oh, it's Ingram? That looked like Evans to me.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Come on, Dak. Beautiful touch. Nice touch.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Beautiful touch pass. Kept his feet. Oh, I love it.
Nice chunks of yardage, but now in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that field.
Ball shifted hands. That's weird.
But it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now you just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here's Prescott.
Oh! It's almost intercepted.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Is the shit as in it's the shit, or is the shit as in it's shit, it's nasty? This is my dog stepping on my controller. Ah, she changed it on me. Super sim. We went slow. End of game. Let's go. Can't believe she stepped on the controller like that. Come on, Dacky. Oh, boy. Stupid.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt.
Jesus, dog.
The kick by Elliott is good.
3-3.
And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? What does that mean? Break out the just because you're breaking.
What are you at, a craving? What are you, pregnant? I mean, what's going on, bro? But yeah, I told you. That Marie's dressing is the shit. Wow. Lighthouse is my number 2, but I prefer that one, number 1. That's my favorite blue cheese, man. And the blue cheese chunks in there ain't small either. They some chunks. You get like dime sizes in generic, so to speak, and then that motherfucker you get like quarter-size chunk. Fumbalaya, Fumbledruski, recovered by OKC.
Right there at the 22-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's
all right, Dak. Dak Prescott. Let's see if we can get me 6 here.
Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He just tucked that ball and took off right away. He might have got in there. Got to go Gordon. Got to run Gordon left. Dang. Oh! That's some defense right there.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down.
Got him in the corner, Dak. Touchdown, baby. Yeah, I'm a little biased, like I said. 50th career TD reception from Mr. Evans.
And his guys have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground.
And CJ, if you're going to be around and you ain't going to be busy and you're going to watch, I'll try to play your game next.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And able to find Green. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down. .3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Brady now. Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Good! There it is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
10-6, nice game.
Problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Prescott. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Prescott on first down. He completes it to Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And this offense on third down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Mike 91. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Bring in your head. Shadow.
They'll run here with John Kelly. Preston Smith there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56. Month 56.
Now Brady. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Give the defensive guys a little bit
What a game. What a game. I got a feeling San Antonio is going to score this time. As in the touchdown. I just watched the video from Jan. I can't stop laughing. Picked off. That was beautiful. Yeah, boy. But the video by Jan has me crying over here. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. He has done lost his mind. I gotta figure out what those exercises are.
Defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
don't mess with me, San Antonio.
And then no one plays well.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel
let's
really
go.
About how they're playing. I think
what are you going backwards for? You're a fucking idiot. Oh man, come on, deep ball. Let's get them points.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Oh my God, run up field. I got to figure out what to do with some of these sliders as we enter week 6 here. Some of these sliders just don't seem to be right.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first.
Defenses seem to be able to get to the quarterback too easy. Quarterbacks don't seem to be intelligent enough to throw the ball away. Wide receivers run in the wrong direction.
You want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember.
Oh well, still 10 times better than 2K.
Player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Slam, slam, slam.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
120 seconds to go till the half.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to get this to Gordon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
He literally called him Nyheim Hines.
It's 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll go out of bounds
short.
After taking it a little further down inside
Damn.
40.
Long field goal here.
6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film.
Oy.
They had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
And Chuck Brady goes down.
Timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Brady, he completes it to Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, let's go.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slam.
OKC should call a timeout. Take a shot and see if they can get another couple of points.
And then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Let's go.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Prescott, and this is caught by Evans. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Here we go. 26, 480.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I'm going back to you.
Now Brady. Finding Green complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brady. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. This is Gordon as they go to him again.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
23 yards on the play. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. Here's Prescott. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He's going to take off with it, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. To throw is Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, you got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on
I'm just figuring out for the first time the chat room broke on the screen.
Brady now to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end Greenwich. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30?
Smart me. Sacramento is owned by my kids.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
What's going on, Alex?
Anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches.
And I don't know if you heard me, CJ. I said if you're going to be around, I'll try to do your game next. Oh, what a hurdle. Beautiful play right there.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
He was like, nah, I'm scoring. That's good shit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did.
I don't know about that fairy dance at the end, though.
That formula going forward, it worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fairbairn good with the extra point.
Look at that score. I think it's over.
So that drive, 12 plays.
No one wants to give Brady a 5.
Finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute
And he's got a
joy to
rushing
see,
touchdown.
Let's
Yeah.
face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I do not want to see my starting running back hurt. That is not good. Somebody can expect a trade if he's hurt.
Prescott on play action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Headed to the bus stop to get my kid. This game might end before I get back. And if it does, it'll just sit there and wait for me.
On the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. On 3rd down, Yeldon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Let's go, let's go.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Brady, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And what a big-time play there. 51 yards. So Green able to avoid the defender, make the tough catch, and that obviously reminds me of the article you and I were reading before the game. In elementary school, he was on the juggling team. He could juggle not 3 but 4 things at once, and that's where he got that good hand-eye coordination.
So when we talk about circus catches that he's made, we're actually pretty accurate, aren't we?
Absolutely. Were you on your elementary school juggling team?
No, they cut me in the first round.
I figured. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Again, it's Yeldon. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that's complete. It's Green here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From midfield, here's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Man, I got you. Man.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.